Hey, welcome to episode number 49 of the Langille Show. My name is Brian Langille, and I think without these sunglasses, I'd be legally blind. I don't know how bright this looks right now, but I went out tonight and I bought myself a set of lights to use for green screen, and I heard that that was my problem. I didn't have the right lighting. So I went out and bought these, and here's a picture of how it looks, and it's absolutely insane. In fact, I'm sitting here watching it, and my glasses have fogged up, I can't see the camera, and all I see is lights just going brutal. Anyway, yeah, so the last time I tried green screening, which was episode number 48, it took me 6 minutes to record it, and 10.5 hours. Good old Archie Bunker style. That's awesome. Thank you. 4.5 minutes for the show, so it took me 6 minutes to record, a little bit of editing, and 10.5 hours to get it ready to release. So hopefully, and I mean hopefully in the biggest sense of the word possible, this isn't going to take me 10.5 hours to record this time. So we'll see how it goes. I've updated my hardware, I've updated some green screen tips of mine. Hopefully this is going to work out, but I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about green screen because I got two things I want to cover. Number one, I said in the last episode that Tim Gormley was going to appear in episode 49. This is episode 49, and unfortunately there's no Tim tonight, but that's not Tim's fault. Tim and I are recording on Sunday. I'm filming this on Thursday because I want to test out the new lighting system. So rest assured you will see Tim, but it'll probably be in episode number 51, which will be out early next week. And yes, I know I said 51 because I got something very big planned for 50. No offense to Tim, but 50's all about me. Yeah, you'll see Tim in 51, which will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that today I went to Subway for lunch. I'm still trying to do that whole weight loss thing, and let's face it, it's practically a write-off. I'm not going to lose 20-some pounds between now and the 1st of September, but I'm trying. So I went to Subway, and I noticed something kind of funny. They, first off, changed their $5 deal, which I hyped up earlier in earlier episodes, $5 for a footlong. It's now $5.49, so they've gone up by roughly 50 cents. Not that big of a deal, but just kind of funny over the fact that, you know, the promotion's been out roughly 2 months, and they've already changed the price on it. And speaking of changing the price on things, that's what brings me to the main event of this one. And it's their lobster sub. Now, before I get to the lobster sub, I want to cover the fact that I feel as though I genetically saved myself some money. When I was very, very young, a little Langille, I decided the fact that I didn't like seafood. To the point where my parents had to trick me into eating it by calling it chicken of the sea. That worked well until I learned to read. Once I learned to read, it wasn't chicken of the sea anymore. I went back to being fish, and I really never ate it since. True story. Yeah, so today I'm standing in line at Subway and I'm looking at which $5.49 sub I'm going to get, whether it be the pizza, the cold cut, the veggie, blah, 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 blah. And I saw the little advertisement there for the lobster sub. So I looked at it and thought, A, that looks disgusting. There's no way in hell I'm eating that. And then B, I looked at the price. And the price for a foot-long lobster sub is $28. That's right, $28. That's insane. Who would ever pay that much for a sub? That's like almost an hour and a half salary for me. That's for a sub. That's ridiculous. I mean, I can get what, 4 of the $5 subs for that, and still have change left over. Hey, I'm actually able to see now. The fog's wearing off. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah. So the trick of it is the fact that's the double stack sub. But if you're a lobster fan, unlike me, you know, there's not enough lobster in the regular footlong to make it worth your while, so they pretty much handcuff you in, which means after tax it's $31.74, I think it is, for a sub. Who is going to pay that? You want to know who? Tourists. Tourists will pay for it because it's a taste of Atlantic Canada, it's a taste of lobster, And that's what they'll do. The crazy thing is, they're paying more for a sub at Subway than if they were to go to a lobster dinner somewhere, which is notorious around here. The tourists all go there too. But the fact that you can actually go have a sit-down meal with lobster for cheaper than it would have cost to buy a sub at Subway is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up because I feel as though I've got some sort of large amount of editing ahead of me, and I'm really praying that I'm not going to be up till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning this morning trying to get this to go. So, my name's Brian Langille. This has been episode number 49 of The Langille Show. As you've probably found it by now, you either found it at youtube.com or thelangilleshow.com. You can follow me on Twitter if you're so inclined. You can follow me at twitter.com/Langille. Until next time, if you really want a sub, I recommend going to Subway. If you really want a lobster, I recommend going to a lobster dinner. Take care.